Hey everybody, JoJo's Premium Firewood. Today's firewood video, I'm going to be sorting through this stack of bundle grade summer campfire wood for my bundle grade pile over there, or assembly area, that Cousin Joe uses to make my firewood bundles that I sell on my self-serve driveway stand and for the store. I'm going to be separating them into 3 different piles. The first pile is if they have knots and they're not good enough for making bundles, I'm going to be tossing them into the front of my truck because I have to do delivery of summer campfire wood after this video. Second, I'm going to be stacking, if it's bundle grade already ready to go pieces, I'm going to be putting them on the tailgate or in this back row here. And thirdly, I'm going to be putting pieces into the wheelbarrow there that aren't quite, they're not quite rejects. They can't be made into bundles, but they can be made into kindling, and I'll be using the EastonmadeWoodSplittersUltra wood splitter that I've got over here, and you can see that. And so there's one wheelbarrow there. When Joe comes, he could just come over here and load up the wheelbarrow or 2 of them and take them back to the assembly area, back over here. There's the other wheelbarrow, Joe. So you just, take what you need. He could take them over there and stack it and then work like he normally does, or he can just work right out of the wheelbarrow. I've did it both ways before. So let me go ahead and set you up here. I guess I forgot to grab gloves. So too late now. I'm just gonna have to tough it out. But when I see these pieces, I like these flat pieces. I like right triangles, with a 90-degree and 245s. Or, like I say, these flat pieces. Now, this piece right here, see how it's really oddball shape? That's just going to go in there. I like half moons work out really well. I remember when Mike and I unloaded this, he brought it over. He already split it. Now, here's a piece that's kind of weird shaped. I don't know. He could probably do that one. That one's like I'm kind of on the fence on. But you can see this one's bent. It's got a knot in the middle, so that'll go in there. Half moon. Here's one. So I'll put that in there in the wheelbarrow. It's like another half moon. And this is a 90-degree triangle. You almost think Mike purposely split this so it could be made into bundles. But that's what you get when a lot of the sassafras and cherry. Now here's one. It's kind of twisted. It'll make good kindling. But it wouldn't. You want to have the bundles be as tight as possible when you make them. So I do mine with twine, so it has to be tight. It's not like the saran wrap a lot of suppliers use. But yeah, it's my first delivery I got to do after this. New customer around a local lake. So he's just getting a face cord of JPF. I forgot to ask him if he wants it dumped. If he wants it dumped out, or if I'm gonna have to stack it. I didn't explain to him what's going on with my arm. And then just before I came out here to record this video, I had a message on my phone, and it was from somebody that's bought from me. Normally I store their phone numbers, so it may have been a while since she's bought from me. She's up in Grand Rapids, so after I do my delivery, when I get back home, I will call her. Now, any of these 4 rows, this all looks good. Joe can use. I'm just having real difficulty finding bundle grade wood, ash, or Mike is, that's ready to burn but bundle grade, nice and straight stuff. But since this stuff already is, I'm just gonna transfer it over there, or Joe's gonna transfer it via wheelbarrow. But I thought I'd get him started. I explained to him what I was looking for, and he says he knows what I'm talking about, so that's good. So I don't know whenever he comes next. Right now, he's got 40 of them made for me. I usually deliver 30 to the store at a time, and so there's 40 of them over there. If he makes another 50, that'll give us 90. So that would get me through the rest of the summer. Keep an eye out for spiders. It's that time of year where they start moving in. This one's kind of long, but you know what? It's for campfire wood, because that's what you know, people that buy bundles, they're not buying it to heat their house, folks, you know. So usually outdoor fire pits are pretty big, and the length of the pieces aren't that critical. Probably could have got a little bit backed up a little bit farther here. But I'm close enough. I can get it for now. Now there's like, here's a prime example. There's a good summer or non-bundle wood, but it's a good thing most of this is. Yeah, and between these 4 rows here, it's probably enough to get me for at least a year if all this was turned into bundles. Probably could have this stacked faster if I had 2 hands. But tomorrow, normally I go. I've been going to physical therapy every Wednesday for about since October, and they cut it back to twice a month. So it'll be my first time missing physical therapy since October, which is fine by me, especially if orders pick up. Have been pretty darn slow for summer campfire wood, but then when it rains it pours. Well, the lady that called that wants, I think she has a fire pit and a fireplace inside the house. So if it's the lady I'm thinking of, I think the last time she bought from me was 2020, which I'll find out that when I get a hold of her. Trying to mix in some of this maple. There is a little bit of maple in here, but then a lot of these are not. Some of the stuff wasn't bundle grade, which, you know, when Mike brought it to me, he didn't intend it to be. So I just decided to do this because it's getting harder and harder to find ash, especially bundle grade ash. Mike and I know where there is some ash, but it's like deep in the woods, full of undergrowth, and it would be a pain for him to go get right now. Best to do that in the fall, as long as there are no deer hunters out there. Thinking just getting 1 row here, and then I'll go ahead and split this These pieces I've been setting into the wheelbarrow. And usually one row stacked across the back makes about 10 to 12 bundles. But my go-to species for bundle wood is cherry, sassafras, and silver maple. Sometimes I will use pine. I actually got an order for some pine. Mike said he recently cut some, so just need him to bring that to me. Not sure what he's got going on right now. Probably have to have him help me deliver to that new customer that called me earlier today. Just about there. Nice little half moon right here. I'll definitely remember to put my glove on when I load up my truck with my face cord that I got to deliver. I'll be posting a picture of the delivery today too. I meant to make this video yesterday, but I got out here too late. The sun was already beating down. I didn't want the camera or me to overheat. Let's top this off. I think I got enough in there to split. But Joe is pretty good with making bundles, really good, I should say, and I don't think he would have a problem if I didn't, if they weren't perfect pieces. That he does a good enough job. He can get it tight enough. Somebody's shutting the garage door. I know my brother's not here, so I don't know why my mom's doing that. Almost tripped there. If I didn't have this delivery, I'd probably put more in here for Joe. But I wanted to get you out a new video this week. I just did the inventory video on Sunday. So I'm trying to get you a couple videos a week, but when it's filming me work, I'm very limited on what I can do. All right, this is the last one. There. Now that should make about 10 bundles right there. What I have in here, so you can see that got one full row across. That's what I've thrown in there. And let me get you right here, and you can watch me split. watch me split this into kindling, and I'll probably, I don't know, maybe just throw it on some on the back. Yeah, Mom's going somewhere. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, here goes some kindling. Put it in right in the back. Just some sassafras. Well, these kindling pieces, not only are they good fire starters, when you're making the bundles, they fill in the gaps so you can get tighter bundles. You made it this far into the video, I appreciate you. I bet Craig's Cords to Coals did. See if I gave him a shout out. I hope the audio's coming through loud and clear. Normally what we just do when we get bundle grade rounds, I keep them sorted, put them back there, and then split the kindling and the pieces all at the same time. That was a small one. I don't know if it'll kind of broke. Kind of split it too small. I have to give it to Mom. I'm gonna take some of my brother's wood and put it towards this phone bill. So I'm gonna go over there and load up like about how much I got in there right now. And then I'm gonna load the rest of the wood over here, that pile. Oh, that one might have broke too. It bent, but it didn't break. There's a small one. Knew that was going to happen eventually. I don't know if you've seen it, but it shot the piece off the end. I think I might move you closer, give you a closer, more close-up angle, see the splitter better. Do that for a minute. Either there's a bug on my neck or sweat's rolling down, one of the two. The humid morning. Wasn't sure, I'm not sure. Might have to bring Mike up here. Was having a Sunday morning premiere video on my other channel. Here. Hey, my left arm can do something. I just can't get my fingers to start moving, or wrist. Get these thin ones because it moves. Normally I live stream it, but this, and then just transfer it to YouTube later, but having technical difficulties, which happens every summer. You know, and it's mainly up here by the barn. Initially I was thinking it was the trees, you know, the canopy on the trees, but why does it work down in the driveway? I come, you know, 100 yards up here and it doesn't work. I lose signal. If there's any tech people out there that might know why, leave a comment. I'd be interested in hearing. Been a while since I got a new customer. I don't want to be late. I told him yesterday my best guess is around noonish. I'd say right now it's probably around 11 a.m. You know, by the time I rotate the truck around, back up in there, stack it, then load my truck, it's going to be damn near noon. But, you know, usually only one, you know, bundles sometimes get zero to 2 or 3 pieces of kindling in it. All depends on how tight it is. Got one more after this one. So what I'm splitting now probably be good for 100 bundles. Probably should have waited till Joe was available to help me with this. Kind of look and see what we got here. Yeah, a lot of these just throw right up front. All right, I'll show you what we got, folks. See what we got in here now. So there's the row across the back. Do a little bit of kindling there. And then there's the kindling I just split for Joe, and the bigger pieces are staying. So, all right, folks, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank everybody for all the thumbs up, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.